endless games of sorrow. Sorrow. You never do what you know you ought to. Something tells me.
Well, guys, it's always an exciting day. It's from Thursday, 16th June 2016, and ordinarily in years gone by I'd be fishing today on Harrow. Such an exciting time up there, first day when we had the close season and everything else, and yeah, just reminiscing with some of the lads today. But to keep this introduction as short as is practical, I'm off to Cassien tomorrow for what is the 30-year anniversary on the 21st of June next week of when I caught my big fish. For the older guys watching these, they'll probably remember that capture. For the youngsters who are watching these, possibly not. But the long and short of it is that I'd planned for some time to be out there for, at one point it was going to be my 25-year anniversary. That came and went, and then all of a sudden the 30-year comes round so quickly. And so tomorrow I'm flying down to Nice, catching up with Dave of Cassien Carp Tours, who I'm spending 5 days actual fishing with. My buddy Mick Murray's on his way down there as we speak, taking some of the gear. And as I say, I'm really looking forward to going back. I last went back in 2002. I also did a trip in 2001. I caught that fish in 1986. I went back later in 86. I went back in 87. But I'll cover all of that over the coming few days. So in summary, and for now, you've got to bear with me, because this video could be quite a long one, in that those trips in 2001 and 2002, I videoed them. They've never seen the light of day. So I'm hoping to edit those. They were done on old high 8 type tapes and stuff. I'm hoping to edit those and incorporate them somewhere in this footage. And as I say, over the next few days, take people around Cassien, of which I've obviously got very fond memories. It's different now. It's had all that pressure in 30 years. You can't night fish it now. It's days only. There's various constraints. But all said and done, I can't wait to go back. Not least of all, fishing with Mick, fishing with Dave, meeting new guys. That's what it's about. So for now, that's a brief synopsis. Just getting my gear ready. Not very much gear because I'm flying down. Got my excess baggage. You've got all the gear, top quality gear that Dave supplies. I'm taking my reels, my terminal tackle, all your little bits, just like I did when I went down in 2001, 2002, when Martin was running trips out of one of the cabs. But as I say, we'll cover that over the next few days, and yeah, boy am I looking forward to it. So bear with me. Not quite sure how all this is going to pan out, but be patient. And yeah, these are never rehearsed, they're never scripted, so just bear with me. Didn't say long to get the camera out.
Hello, Kev.
There he is. Where's Mick?
Welcome to Cairns.
It's Dave, Cassien Carp Tours, and I was just about to reflect on how easy it was to get here. Hour and 45 minutes in the air, and job's a good one. So, tea time Friday, and let the journey begin. Happy days. Well, an hour from arriving at the airport, I'm now on the South Arm, about to have a drink at Cassien, and just caught my first glimpse of the lake. I was last here in 2002, and I was just saying to the boys, I remember when we arrived here, 86, having spent 24 hours door to door. We camped our 45-inch wave lock brollies. We all parked just up there and slept the first night. We were so tired, so it always comes flooding back to me when I come here. But not least of all, there's hardly a week goes by I was saying to the boys that someone or myself don't bring up the subject of Cassien. Great to be back. Yeah, cheers, boys.
All the best.
Great to be here.
Cheers, Kev.
Yeah, tea time. And there's the lake. I'm itching to see it, but there's the lake from the terrace here in the restaurant. Friday early evening. Yeah, we've just done a bit of supermarket shopping. This is the first proper look of the lake. And we're actually at the junction where that's the south arm coming down and that's the west arm going to our right. Yeah, Mick, I have fond memories of fishing here. Yeah, I did, up around the corner here.
Oh, right.
So I need to go and have a look in identical conditions.
Because there might be a few jumping.
It might be, you never know.
And then we'll know where to launch tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get in early, like 1 o'clock, no, 3 o'clock in the morning, just as the sun's coming up.
That's it.
And then we can catch some carps.
Yeah, and then we can eat the apple pie.
And we might be able to eat the carp as well. I mean, we might be able
No,
to
we're not eating no carp. Let's go and have a look. Just reflecting with the boys though, you know, just the sheer magnitude of this place, the beauty of it. You know, it's, you know, it's just amazing, amazing to be back. That's for sure. Yeah, I was fishing just round here.
In the, is that on?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's early evening now. We're just going for something to eat. But while we're waiting for Paul Meatham and Paul Brooksbank to turn up at Pierre's, which is shut, I'm just coming down to the bottom of Pierre's, which is an area I remember well, and just have another look at the lake from this corner, which to my left, as I say, is the south arm, and then straight in front of me is the west arm. But yeah, and I think you might just be able to see the bridge from here, maybe not. But yeah, give you a perspective. And this is where when we first come, you would use Pierre's as your base. So he had a freezer there, we could put some bait in his freezer and stuff. And yeah, that was the focal point for anglers coming to Cassien back in the day. You can imagine these boats are very, very popular in the holiday period. Cassien is full of pedalos and everyone using this facility. Canoeists and, I'm talking quite loud because it's quite breezy. But anyway, yeah, this is the junction almost of the two arms. South arm, west arm. Yeah, Paul and Paul have turned up now. It's all worked out an absolute treat so far. Everyone meeting up, getting here and one thing and another. Yeah, it's great. Let's say hello to the boys. All right, boys. There's Paul. Oh, Paul.
You're right,
Good to see you, mate. Yeah.
Mate.
All worked out a treat, isn't it?
Oh, great,
Yeah, tremendous. Don't
Yeah.
love traffic
Oh,
jams.
you're driving
You can't beat
blind,
a traffic jam.
Really?
Yeah, 8.5 hours I think to get here instead of 7.
Oh well, hour and a half of your life.
Yeah.
You're here now, and look at that view.
Exactly that.
Well, it's about 8 o'clock Saturday morning, and on the way here yesterday, and speaking with Mick, I had a curry with him last week. I said, yeah, we'll get up 3 o'clock, be on the lake for 4, fishing through till sort of 10 p.m. Well, don't quite work like that in reality. Got back here last night and decided to just take it a bit easier the first day. So laid in till 7, got up, had a shower, about to have some breakfast. And what we'll do is we'll have a quick look around the camp here and the accommodation, and yeah, have some breakfast and probably get down to the lake for about 10 o'clock this morning. That's Dave's vehicle, picked us up from the airport, and that's the vehicle you need at Cassien to save you walking big batteries and boats and everything else, that's for sure. But yeah, this is a campsite about 20 minutes from the lake, and this is the boat I'll be using. Cup of tea this morning. There's Mick.
Morning, Kevin.
There he is.
You sleep well?
So you was keen to get up at 3 o'clock, I weren't, is that it?
Well, I was up at 3. Sun was just coming up. Wanted to go fishing.
And I weren't about.
But the bloke who's named after that point, Kevin Ellis, weren't about. Couldn't find him.
My mum named me after that.
Yeah, your mum named you after Kevin Ellis Point.
That's it, yeah, got it
Well, that's
right
what
now.
I told the guy down in the cart, the Pesh.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that makes
He
sense.
said, this cannot be right, Kevin Ellis. Kevin Ellis. This is Kevin Ellis over here. I said, no, his mum named him after the point. He's only 25.
30.
30?
Yeah.
Oh, you
30.
don't look it, mate.
Here it is, there's Dave.
Don't get better
bed.
Anyway, we're having a cup of tea, got the gear, and then, yeah,
Breakfast, Kev.
apple pie that we can eat when we caught one.
Yeah.
Well, we certainly ain't rushing about. So it's Saturday. It's chilled out this morning. It's about, I think, 10 o'clock now. And Paul and Paul had a similar idea because we was going to get to the lake and give them a call. They was up early to get their permits and stuff. And yeah, we're now launching the boat down on this ramp. Obviously loaded the boat back at base. And yeah, head off. Mick's got some ideas of what we're doing and where we're going. But we'll just catch up with the boys. So what's the plan then, Paul? What's your strategy?
Get everything loaded up, go and have a look, see if we can go round to the left of Ellis Point, because obviously somebody's already on Ellis Point because we're late, because we're all lazy, aren't we, for the first morning. Go around there, try and find that plateau that's out in front of there that we know's there, and do a little bit of fishing this afternoon, see how we get on, assess what we're doing. And
Is all this going in your boat?
no.
Right.
No, this is just the kit that we can get bits from. I don't think we need the bed chairs.
And what's our strategy then, Mick?
Well, that's top secret. Top secret strategy. Can't let everyone know the secrets, mate.
But you are good at it, and all I'm going to do
Well,
is
I
make
don't
the
know,
video look like I've done all the decision
Kev,
making.
I don't know about good at it.
Yeah.
You've got to learn to carp fish again when you come here.
Yeah, you know that.
It ain't like fishing no commercial.
Mick just used a phrase there that I've used before myself. You do the same as everyone else, you catch the same as everyone else. Very true. Do you know what? It dawns on you just how much hard work this is. Dave's made lighter work of it. The way he does it, there's no doubt about that. You'll see that. But you know, there's a lot of work involved. Dave, is there anything you want Mick to do?
Yeah, you give him some orders and we'll get
Yeah, oh, where's he going?
That's all right, good job.
Oh,
Where's it going?
that would have been a video moment.
Wait and swim.
So yeah, the boys, Paul and Paul are here, and they've got to blow their boat up and everything else. They was going in a swim, but because we're quicker, we're taking your swim, Paul.
Yeah,
We're swim jumping on Cassien first day.
That's all right. We cracked on. It's all about karma, Kev. All about karma.
I should probably waders, it's so cold.
So Dave, we're setting out for the first time this morning on your trip,
Yep.
right? What two bestest bits of advice you'd give me? Mick's a veteran of it. What would you say to me?
Yeah, first bit of advice is put your bait about 2 inches away from Mick. Because he knows where he's going to go.
Yeah.
And steer clear of the guard the pesh.
Right,
Keep,
okay.
keep everything, don't go out of bounds, because I like my tackle back this evening. I don't want to
Right,
get it
okay.
confiscated.
Yeah, cool. All right. Not the answers I was expecting, but yeah, thanks for that. Mick, if you can bring that boat round a bit more, I'd rather not get me feet wet. Yeah, if you can just get it on that bit of rock there, I can get in without getting these wet.
I'm lucky you ain't got to cook.
See you, gay boys. We're on it.
Guidos tomorrow.
Was that? Did I just hear a fish?
No, it's me with the engine.
Oh, was it? See? Radar's on. Right, here we go. Setting out. 10 o'clock, Saturday morning. Excitement building.
Good to be back.
Fantastic. And I reckon by the time they'd have pumped their boat up and got ready, by the time I
With
come
a full one.
Yeah. Look, Paul's having a breather. Yeah. A couple of anglers there on Avalon. A couple of Russian guys. Bonjour. And we're just passing my point over there. And this is the highest I've ever seen the water. But yeah, fond memories, and it was about probably where that calm spot is there. I caught my 2 fish back in the day. So we're heading up into the first point in the North Arm. I've never fished the North Arm before, been up here but never fished it. So we're just heading under the main bridge. Well, Mick's got his gear already set up from yesterday. Did you fish yesterday, Mick?
No, I didn't fish yesterday, but I did some preparation.
Right, yeah.
So I've got a little multi-rig on there with a strong hook link.
Yeah, let's have a look at that, closer look at that on my hand. That's it. Yeah.
Sharp hooks, curve.
Yeah.
30-pound hook link. Pretty basic multi-rig.
Yeah.
To a 6-7 ounce lead, homemade. Drop off lead, and then the old Steve Briggs float, which keeps the line off the rocks. We'll get a bite, pop the line up, and we'll go out and get him.
And you've got a nylon leader there.
Got a nylon leader really just for camouflage. As you can see, the water's very, very clear. And I used to use braid and we didn't get as many bites, and now I use like a clear leader and we get a few more bites.
Yeah, good point. And
Yeah.
that's then connected to braid.
Yeah, so and that's connected to braid, so that'll sit like this. And the line will be off the rocks. There's plenty of rocks we're fishing over the top of. So we'll go out, the float will pop up, we'll fish with relatively slack clutch so the float don't go down. Get in the boat, go out and get the fish.
Yeah, because ordinarily this is the highest I've seen the water.
Yeah.
You'd be fishing 20 foot down here.
Yeah, and the line will go through. And when I first came here, I lost a few fish because the line, you can feel the fish, but the line's going straight down to a rock. But with the float, it keeps it up and get them in.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, good. Yeah, good angling. Yeah. Right, get yours out there then, and I'll set mine up. And we've got the trusty Bluetooth radio listening to gold music. Approaching midday here. First time I fished in the North Arm, first point. So there's the bridge, which must be all of 400 yards, 500 yards away. And yeah, we're going to be fishing out here. And it's a glorious day. A nice day to be setting up in, that's for sure. Yeah, excitement building, I tell you. When I was going out there, it's just so exciting. You drop that rod there in the third stanchion from the bridge, 18 foot. There's some weed to the right, just like towards the bay. So yeah, got some bait out there. I'll set up the second rod now, just fishing 2 rods. This short session, you know, from midday onwards, yeah, 2 rods fished effectively. That's what I need to be doing, not trying to mess about with 3 or 4. So we're fishing first point under the bridge where my thumb is, just there. And this, I'll overlay a map of the lake several times during the course of this video. And we launched the boat here. There's my point there. So West Arm, South Arm, and we're just into the North Arm. Well, I know I'm going to sound like a bit of a wuss, and it's about 8:30. We haven't caught anything, but boy do I need a cup of tea. Given that we can't use stoves, I've not gone this long without a cup of tea since I can ever remember. But you know what, it's been the most enjoyable day, and yeah, it's early doors yet, but yeah, it's fantastic to be back here, and not least of all be fishing with Mick. 2 pools have come out, Dave, it's great. Could do with a fish though. What's our plan for tonight?
Well, we've got
and
to eat.
Tomorrow? We have
We've got to drink tea.
We've got to drink tea.
We've got to eat. We've got to sleep. We've got to get some more food for tomorrow, because I had a bit of a turn today with my diabetes. And then we're going to bait a spot over there, secret spot, and then we're going to come and have a look in the morning.
But not too early in the
3 a.m.
Do you know what? I'm so keen to be fishing early, this that and the other. Yeah, get up every morning 3 o'clock, be on the lake for 4. I just said to Mick, and it sums it up, not in this lifetime. Yeah, laying in the morning, that's for sure. Yeah. Well, it's Sunday morning, and yeah, like yesterday, we didn't get up early, we've chilled. It's about 10 o'clock now, and as we come down to where we were gonna fish, having baited up last night. Looks like my point is free, so we're thinking of actually going on there so that we can stay on there for the next few days, especially Tuesday, which is the day I wanted to be on there most. So we're going to take a view on it as we go round, but right now, yeah, unloading the boat. And yeah, Paul, you must be putting pins in your eyes to keep awake, or you're sleeping. Full credit to you boys for getting up. There's me and Mick, fresh as daisies, aren't we?
Yeah, we're
Hey?
fresh as daisies.
Yeah.
We had a bit of breakfast. We've got Dave Dundee launching the boat. We might even get on Kevin Ellis Point today.
Yeah, so, but yeah, it looks good, and yeah, confidence as always is on the floor. Mick, can you bring the boat here so I don't get my feet wet?
Well, that's what I'm doing, Kevin. That's what
Good
I'm
boy.
doing. Just said we've got to give him the VIP treatment.
Yeah, I can step into it. So Dave, we catch you later, yeah?
Yeah, I've got to do stuff. Yeah, I've got work to do. Got to re-rig the trailer. Put the number plate back on.
Oh, right, okay then, cool.
We go fishing.
Yeah, so as I was saying, we're setting out now. It's about 10 o'clock Sunday morning, and having baited the swim last night and then seen my swim is free, you know, we're in a bit of a quandary, but we're going to have a look on the echo of around where we baited. There is, you know, I do like that area at the bottom of the, you know, South Arm effectively, but yeah, there's also a draw to my point, not least of all from a nostalgic perspective, which is what I'm here for, but also to catch fish. So, you know, we're not quite sure where the fish are just as yet, but there were a couple caught yesterday in the South Arm. But yeah, we're just coming round now, and I'm hoping this video, apart from, you know, hoping to catch some fish on it, for anyone interested in coming out here, it might give them a more up-to-date view of, you know, how you approach Cassien these days in the absence of being able to night fish it. So we're just going over the area we baited last night. That's what getting up early does to you. Come to see the boys. They're well crashed out. They're fishing in the West Arm opposite the, you see, the bridge. Yeah, these look really good. Yeah, Mark, congratulations, mate. You've done a great job on these. First time I've seen them. Yeah, superb bit of kit, well engineered. Very nice. Anyway, they're in the swim as I was saying earlier. So there's the North Arm up there. We're in the West Arm, South Arm's round there. You must be whacked out, you boys.
Do you know something, Kev? As much as I've only had I've just probably nicked about 20 minutes, and I've only had an hour and a half sleep last night, I actually feel alright.
Yeah, catch up with you.
It will catch up later, yeah.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
But you need a fish, and when you get a fish, it spurns you on, doesn't it?
Jellyfish, isn't it? Jelly bream.
Yeah, the bream, well, you can't want more than that, yeah.
3 fishes for bream.
You had a bream yesterday, don't start all that.
What's that, a nuclear bunker or something?
You didn't get a photograph of it. That's what you did wrong. You didn't get me a photograph of it.
I've seen the ads on the CC More Tuna.
Well, it's about midday-ish Sunday, and we've had 2 change of plans. And we're now about 2/3 of the way up the South Arm. And we're about, must be 500 yards up from Gerard's, which is now shut down. And that's Gerard's up there in the distance, 500 yards away. And yeah, we're on a point. There's the pylons for people that know Cassien there. And yeah, so we're going to plot up here. Well, it's lunchtime Sunday, got the rods out. And now it's starting to rain. But we're feeling confident, aren't we? Feeling very confident. Just a shower that should be. Got some blue skies and everything. But yeah, it does feel confident. And we're at Joe and... Who's it? Joe and who's? Where are we? We're... Phil and Joe's swim. Up towards the end of the South Arm. These are sandwiches, and Mick's has torn off. We think it might be a cat. You sure, Mick? Is it? It's peeing down in rain. Saw a carp out in front of me to the right, 100 odd yards. And now mixed into this cat, which could do without in truth. Yeah, it's a cat. Certainly got the ticker going though.
Yeah, Rod, that bite was unbelievable.
The cat going back now with about £30. None the worse for you. Yeah, Sunday tea time, and it looks mad for a bite. Here we are up the South Arm, as I was saying earlier, about 400 or 500 yards past Gerard's, and we're both living behind that. Well, it's tea time, or early evening, and yeah, Mick's had a bite as we're chatting away, listening to Sabrina, 1988, on the radio, and he's got the carp. Happy days, we're proper chuffed. Yeah, first one, well done Mick. Superb. Well done, Mick.
Hey,
Result.
what a result
Yeah,
that
happy
is.
days.
Cheers, Kev.
Well done.
Oh, you've got some blood coming out of you.
Look at that, superb, beautiful mirror.
Absolutely smashing.
Yeah, well done. £33, yeah? Lovely, Mick, well done.
Cassien on a
£33, superb.
South Arm.
Yeah, well done, Mick. Fantastic. Happy days.
Cheers, Kev.
Well chuffed with that. Pleased to be here to see that as well. Well, that's just the boost we needed, that fish, £33. Yeah, as we're sitting there chatting away, listening to some 80s music, boom, went off. So, yeah, first fish of the trip, and yeah, well chuffed for Mick, well chuffed to have seen that fish. Just the, yeah, just come at the right time. Well, it's 9:45. I think the viewfinder is making it look much brighter than it really is, because I've got the like low light on, but it's real into dusk now, and we're just coming round from up the South Arm. There's the point that then takes you to the West Arm, and it's a lovely setting. Very few lakes offer you this setting, that's for sure. I just said to Mick, I just went to focus, he don't look the full ticket through here. Yeah.
I'm not the full ticket.
Yeah, it turned out to be a lovely day, Mick, didn't it?
We had a great day, Kev.
Yeah,
We had a
superb.
lovely day. We got wet, caught a few fish, catfish and a carp. So we're well happy. Just going to go and do some secret baiting up there.
Yeah, same spot.
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah. And it might be we take a view on it. If we bait it tomorrow and we see fish, great.
Yeah.
If my point's still free,
Yeah.
might go there.
Might go
Yeah.
to Ellis, yeah. The boys have seen a few today as well.
Yeah.
So we've got eyes on the central area as well. So we've got some good choices. So today's been good. We've made progress.
Cool. Well, it's windy here, but you know what? You know, I feel confident. We're at the Lac now, Monday lunchtime. And yeah, third swim we've fished. Mick had that one yesterday up the end of the south. The boys had 4 and lost one, Paul did. Yesterday on the south arm, just more or less opposite us. So yeah, conditions are spot on. Pan round, Michael. Let's have a look at the lake. Yes, as I was saying, probably this is the most confident I've felt since I've been here. Given the wind's coming into us, it's a good breeze, and I have fond memories of this swim. But last time I caught from here was 15 years ago. I think it still means the fish are out there now, doesn't it, Mick? Yeah, they was here 15 years ago, they're still here. Creatures of habit. Baiting up there with the Liveroo from Eric, Vital Baits. I'll tell you, only at Cassien. It looks mad for it, and I've had a power nap. Only about an hour and a half, but boy did I need it. And you know what, I've woke up and it just looks mad out here. Looks fantastic. There's Paul and Paul heading back Monday evening early to watch football. Well, it's 5:30 now, 21st June 2016, and it was 30 years ago to the hour that I hooked that fish, having caught the 48 the night before. We got up early to get on my point, only to find the Germans are already on there. So yeah, they must have got up really early. Anyway, we've come along. What swim we in, Mick?
We're in the straight bank opposite the bridge.
Straight bank opposite the bridge, central area. And yeah, it's what it is. Cassien's a busy place now, and my swim's a very popular swim. So yeah, good luck to them. Hopefully they catch something. I think I meant that. No, anyway, so yeah, we're gonna yeah, set up here for the day, and yeah, fingers crossed. But yeah, excitement builds. And yesterday really was confident at the bottom of that south arm, and we saw one right at last knockings. Not sure, was we sure if it was a carp, Mick?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, pretty sure it was a carp. But anyway, yeah, so gonna skirt about now, get the rods out, and yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, so setting the scene. Tuesday morning. Swim for the day.
Birthday, and Bob has just surprised her with a Vespa.
Well, the rods are out, traps are set. One in the margin, just off that bush over there. 60 yards out. Sun's coming up. Bridge in front of us. And I've got 2 out here, one in 15, one in 22 foot. So 3 rods. Mick's just getting his out now. And whilst I must confess I wish I'd been in my swim for the day, it is what it is, and now I've got to make the most of it. But sun's coming up, you're on Cassien, what more can you ask for? Well, Mick and I, it's lunchtime. Mick weren't feeling comfortable, I could tell in his body language where we were. So we packed up, we've come over to the Lac where we were yesterday. And before we do anything, we're going to have lunch. So we're sitting on the veranda at the Lac. There's the lake behind us, it's a beautiful setting. There's Mick, can we see Mick? Can't see at the angle. Can I see you, Mick? So Mick, tell us, why did you decide to move?
Well, we wanted to get on Ellis Point, so we were disappointed with that. Got up at 4 AM, don't like getting up at 4 AM. I know Kevin don't either, because you can see that. And we were crowded out really as well. There's people all along that bank. We hadn't seen much, I'd seen one possible fish show, and just wasn't feeling it there at all. Saw a fish show at the Lac yesterday as we were packing up. So I just feel that that's the information we've got. So we're back at the Lac, but also because we can have an ice cream and a burger here.
Yeah.
So that ain't a bad
priorities,
thing.
right?
Ain't a bad thing.
Yeah.
But you know, I've got a feeling that there's some fish up that south arm. We caught one up there. A few bits of bubbling when I rebaited as well, which is always a good sign. The thing that threw the spanner in the works, of course, is a tall pool getting 5 bites in a few hours, just opposite us here at Lilac. So we'll go with the information we've got at the moment. We'll do the evening at Lilac. I think tomorrow I'm going to have to talk him into either going to Ellis for not really fishing reasons, more for the movie and what have you, and for Kev. But I think they're down that south arm personally. I think there's a few fish down there, and I'd like to fish opposite Gerard's, away from the beach that we fished before. So really we're moving on instinct, which is all what Cassien is about, because you can't ask the bailiff where they're getting caught, and you can't see round the lake because it's bloody huge.
Yeah, good answer. So I'm confused then. Where are we fishing?
Lilac.
Lilac. Ah, but you just mentioned about being opposite Gerard's.
Yeah, I'd like to go there, but possibly tomorrow.
Right, okay, cool. Yeah, but if you feel that we're better off there, then my point, if we can't...
Yeah, but it's nostalgic reasons as well that we'd like to fish the point at least one day.
But I'd rather be catching and forget the nostalgia.
Yeah, but
I'd also rather be having the nostalgia and catching.
I think we could be having nostalgia and catch off Ellis, but we'll have to see what happens today.
Right, yeah, cool. All right, sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Right now, lunch.
Cheers, Kev.
Well, we're back in the swim that we were at yesterday, Lilac. Had lunch up there. I think it's about 2 o'clock now. And setting the scene. 21st of June, Tuesday. Well, do you know what? We're taking it easy. Yeah, here's the boys. Right, we're going for lunch. It's Wednesday lunchtime now, and we didn't get anything last night. And you know what? It's 30 degrees, so we thought, you know what? We'll have a good night's kip, which we did, because it certainly knocks the pipe out of you. You know, getting up like you do, and one thing and another. Although Mick maintains I slept 8 hours yesterday during the day. But we got up this morning, had a few cups of tea, going for lunch now. A couple of the boys are already set up on the south arm, so we'll go and see them and set up for the evening. That'll suit me, certainly suit Mick, and yeah, chill out. It's too hot to be doing anything else. That's what you call an angler. It's giving us ideas now, especially Mick Murray. There's your rods, transducer, jump in that, and off you paddle. That's what you call an angler. We've got buzzers, big boat, yeah, and we're fishing for about 5 hours, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got enough gear for 3 weeks.
Yeah, we've turned up here Wednesday.
Do about 5 hours. It's now
3:30,
it's now
is it?
3 p.m. We're supposed to get ready at 3 a.m. But what's 12 hours between
Exactly
friends?
that.
Eh?
Yeah,
Plus we've had a lovely lunch.
that's giving you an idea, isn't it? Hey?
Yeah, I can catch big carps like that.
So there's speedboats. There's an horse. And there's their rods. And there's a speedboat again. Where is it?
Fell asleep for about 5 hours.
Paul, that new pod of yours then, you like it?
Oh yeah, well
From solar.
yeah, Martin's got it right there. Without a shadow
yeah.
of a doubt, yeah.
Because you've had it in different configurations, have you, this week?
Yeah. It's every swim I've been in's been different, so I've had to fish it different, and it's just easy to use. It's a fantastic.
Looks a nice bit of kit. Yeah, it does look good.
A lot of money, but worth every penny.
Yeah.
I don't look at it and think, bloody hell, that was a lot of money. I can't see why it's worth that. You look at it and you know why it's worth the money. The engineering's superb. So.
As I was saying, it's now Wednesday afternoon and we're fishing roughly where my thumb is on the south arm. I'm just walking around here, you can see I'm fishing this bay, which in itself is about probably 4 acres, that bay. There's my rods down here. I've got 2 rods out, just down there, and I'm over in here. Well, it's early evening now, and yeah, sun going down. Beautiful evening here on the South Arm, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to catch up with Dave, who I came out here with to fish Cassien at Cassien Carp Tours. So I met up with Mick here, who I've known of old. Spent the last, I think this is the 5th day, trying to catch a carp. But you know what, could all change in the next hour and a half. But whilst, as I say, it's still bright and the wind's died down, we'll catch up with Dave.
Full.
Oh, do you know what, Dave? I was going to do a close-up, but I think I'll get back a bit. Right? Yeah, in fact, I think I'll get back as far as Madrid. Yeah. Anyway, Dave, just thought I'd catch up with you, all right? Just to say, I just made a brief introduction earlier, and yeah, I've had a cracking time here, and you know, this is our 5th night fishing. But to be able to come down here on the plane, go home on the plane tomorrow, have fantastic gear, yeah, it's been brilliant, and it's not over yet. We've got another couple of hours, might get one. But take this opportunity to catch up with you. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I've just been kicking around for a while, angling all sorts of different places, and I first ventured down here about 3 years ago. Loved the place. And I don't know if you've seen the Remington Steel thing. I loved it so much that I bought the company. So I did that, exactly that. Came down here, thoroughly enjoying myself. Just fishing with different people, catching a few fish, and having a generally good time.
So did you come down with Cassien,
I
the
did,
company
yes.
first off?
I did, yes.
Right,
Yeah, when it was run by Matt Woods.
right. And then thought, right, do you know what, I like it here. Boom.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
And how long you had the company?
As sole ownership for the last 14 months.
Right, so in summary then, what can the angler expect and how does he go about booking? You know, you tell us a bit about that.
Well, there's lots of information on the website, which is cassien.co.uk. There's from there, just give me a call, and most things are explained better over the phone because I'm not much of a keyboard warrior. I don't like wearing my fingertips out. So give me a call, have a chat. I can be as involved as you want, or I can do as little as you want. You just tell me what you want to do, and I'll try and accommodate it.
And so, and you mentioned accommodate. The accommodation's spot on for us anglers. Whether you're coming down with a bunch of boys, or you know, with your bird or whatever. And we come down. There's 4 of us staying there right now. So
Yep.
what sort of numbers do you cater for, and so forth?
4 is the max, and I only deal with 2 airport pickups and 2 that do drive and survive at the same time, because otherwise people have to wait around too much. It's just too much on me, and the anglers get fussy about who gets dropped off first, who gets picked up first. So 4 is just comfortable.
Right, so you get the plane, come down, like you did me, pick me up from the airport, you got the tackle, and can fish as hard. Well, me, I fished hard and I all week.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you've really
Thanks
pushed
to Mick
it.
Murray, yeah, pushed the boundaries, haven't we? Yeah,
Yeah.
Anyone don't come down with Mick Murray. Yeah, that's just a tip I've had to put on the camera, Dave. Yeah, so come down, and as I say, you can fish as hard or as little as you like.
Yeah, that's
You've got the
that's
top-notch
entirely your
gear,
choice.
Yeah, you can sort the bait out and everything else.
Yep,
And then drop you back at the airport and go home.
exactly that.
Right, yeah, don't get simpler than that.
No,
Yeah,
no.
and it's effective. And to be fair, I did that in 2001 and 2002, and there are a couple of videos I'm planning to hopefully overlay on this video. I was hoping to catch so many fish that I didn't need to, but it was my backup plan, so we'll come on to that, yeah? But, you know, as you say, just come down, enjoy yourself, and fish however you want.
Yeah, do your own thing, however you're comfortable.
Yeah, and you can't night fish here now. I haven't been able to
No.
night fish here for how long now?
Or do you know? I don't know. It was day fishing when I arrived here, and if it goes back to night fishing, I think I'll leave. I just like it as it is.
Yeah, and why'd you say that, Dave?
Because I've heard lots of stories about when there was night fishing competition for swims, anglers everywhere, and now you just get the freedom to go pretty much where you want. You know, so there's some of the top swims that are going to receive pressure all the time, but most of the lake is free for fishing.
Yeah, and when I've spoke to boys and followed some of the lads on Facebook and stuff, people have come out here all times of year and caught carp.
Yeah. It seems to be there are some people that struggle, but there are plenty of people that catch, the Germans tend to have particular times of year that they come down. Dutch. And the English are here pretty much year round doing their thing.
Right, yeah, okay. And again, for people that are interested, ideally phone you, because you can then talk them through much easier what they want to do and so forth, and understand what the client wants.
Yeah, exactly. Because everyone's fishing is different, it's easy to tailor something to people if you speak to them.
Yeah, fair call. All right, Dave, super. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, anything you want to add?
No.
Yeah, on that note, we'll call it a wrap. Yeah, cheers, Dave. Yeah, I think there's a couple of German anglers fishing to our right. It's about, I think, approaching 9 o'clock right now, and they've got a bite. Well, it's just gone 9 o'clock. Wednesday evening. Depart to swim, and me from Cassien for not too long. And there we have Mick and Dave, and a beautiful view of the south arm at Cassien as we head back to McDonald's.
Loving it.
Yeah. Did I just lower the tone of the ambience of the video?
2 Big Macs, double fries, 2 cheeseburgers, and we can't have a fillet of fish because you didn't catch one.
And this is the view as we head back. Do you know the secret of holding the camera up slightly higher, is it?
Chin.
This is the chins. Yeah. Anyway, as we head back now, I'll save the synopsis for when I get home, or for the morning as well as when I get home. But yeah, magical place, and those guys, they landed a carp, those guys to our right, so good luck to them. Yeah, head back, and yeah, well, it's a breathtaking place. Always was and still is. Yeah, I'm just talking with Mick as we have a boat ride back to the car, and you know, a bit of reminiscing, and you know, it just dawns on you. I don't even know that I capture it that well on camera, just what a great place Cassien is. And whilst, you know, I didn't catch any fish, that's fishing for you. And yeah, as we, you know, go back on, you know, what will be my first trip here since 2002, and you know, I'll almost certainly be back here next year for say 5 days. You know, in that 14 years since I've been here, it just serves to remind you what a great place this is. You know, and however you come here, whether you come here with Dave, you come here on your own steam, whatever, you know, I think anglers who haven't fished here, it's a place to, you know, come and, you know, I'm not saying it'll suit everyone, I'm not saying that at all, but I think if you come here, you'll get a measure of what this place is about, whether you've been here before or coming here for the first time. It's a super place. Well, you know what, we always ad-lib these videos, but you know what, I've got to say, what a bloody brilliant week I've had.
Yeah, I've had a great week, Kev.
What about you?
I've had a great week, Kev.
Have you learnt a lot?
I've
fishing with
learned
me?
so much from you, it's just silly amounts.
Right, yeah.
But the main thing I've learnt is you don't have to stay awake to catch carp. All you do is go to sleep.
Yeah, but I didn't catch any.
No,
but you was on point.
You tried hard. You tried hard. And what I've also learnt is I ain't got a weigh mat. The weigh mat is your bed.
It is, and I'm taking it home with me.
Good boy.
Yeah, best mattress I've ever had.
Yeah, but we had a great week.
We have.
We had
It's
a great
been
time.
superb.
But you know, the weather's been warm some days. We've got a bite in the cloud. Paul had a few bites in the cloud. Been good. It's been good. I think I've located them now, though, Kev.
And
so
you
now,
know what,
so now I'm going to start fishing properly.
You are, yeah. You're going to get up early. Yeah,
No,
do
no,
all the
no,
things
no,
carp
no.
anglers
No,
do.
no.
But yeah, it's been a fantastic week. And you know what? This adventure for you in France is just beginning, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And
Yeah,
I had the pleasure of being with you when you caught your first fish in France as a resident over here.
You did. I've moved in 2 days before. It'd all been arranged to meet you. Couldn't let you down, so I just dumped all my boxes, left my new house and come down and see you.
Fantastic.
Dedication.
We'll be doing this again next year for
Definitely.
sure. Yeah, but we'll be catching up, no doubt. A, when you're over in the UK, and B, when you're in France, you've got them feeding, baited up. You phone me, say get your ass down here, and I'll come down.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then we'll spend some time in a big reservoir in the middle of the mud.
Exactly that. Yeah, thanks a lot, mate.
See you later, mate.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
cheers,
Thanks,
buddy.
Kev.
Jem, absolute pleasure, mate.
Kev,
This
thanks
is
for a
Jem,
lovely
who I
week.
met for the first time. See you on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely.
Enjoy the experience, yeah?
Definitely.
Yeah, and good luck with catching
Well, we're
you
gonna give it
boys.
a go.
Yeah,
We'll give
and
it
I'll
our
see
best
you
shot.
on Saturday.
Yeah, lovely. Look forward to it,
Yeah,
Kev.
yeah. You Ad and all. Yeah, there's Ad.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too, yeah. Come on then, Michael. Let's go.
Right, Mr. Ellis.
Yeah, I'm all fired up now.
How'd you like your tea?
Well brewed, milky, one sugar,
And
in
what
a big
about your
cup.
bed?
A nice unhooking mat that's bigger than me.
What about your weather?
Weather?
Yeah.
Not like this.
Not too hot.
Too bleed not. Anyway, see you boys.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers.
and yeah, see you again, no doubt, yeah?
See you soon.
I was on a Ryanair flight with my wife Alison, out of Stansted to Limoges, and we've just arrived within a very short space of time with Paul and his other half B, who are living out here. Been out here about 4 years. So Al and I have come out, it's the 20th of July. We've come out, so it's Wednesday today, we go home Saturday. So we've got 3 nights of just chilling. So we've arrived, had a few drinks, and do you know what? It's absolutely idyllic. So the previous film to this, at the start of this film, is the Cassien trip. And end of next week, unexpectedly, I'm off to Labyrinth, which was a last minute trip arranged with Clayton last week. But anyway, that apart, we're here now for the next few days. So it's very unusual for my wife to come fishing with me, let me tell you. And in fact, last time she came with me, it was at Brett's place on the Ebro. That was about 4 years ago, I think, maybe a bit longer, time flies. But we're here just outside Limoges, about half hour from Limoges airport, and it'd be great to catch up with Paul Meatham, who a lot of you will know. I fished with Paul as well last October on Fillet. And so over the next 3 days we ain't going to be fishing hardcore, but you know what, he's just been going through the album of the fish that are in here, and I want to catch a few of them, that's for sure. So for now we're just chilling out this afternoon, this evening, having a barbecue, having some pims, and we'll have a proper look round the lake probably tomorrow, get up when I wake up, and yeah, see if we can catch ourselves a few carp, as well as catching up with the girls and Paul. I think that made sense. Orchids everywhere. Do you know what? It couldn't be quieter. This is so quaint here. It's tea time Wednesday, so they're going to fire up the barbecue in a little while, which is just as well because I need something to eat now. But yeah, I'm just going to have a little wander around. So I'm thinking the lake's about, this reminds me of Doddinghurst Bottom Lake back in the late 70s, early 80s. I think it's about 1.5 acres, something like that. And Paul will talk us through it more. And but what he's done is, I'm going to look behind me now. He's got the bivvy set up, the rods and everything else. Yeah, I'm trying my own rigs, and you know, bait and everything else, and you can fish where you want basically. But yeah, this spot looks convenient. Yeah, so you can sit down in the chairs here. As I pan around, this is the view. Got a shadow in the background there. This is the view from the swim. I'll get up now. So there's the rods. Let's go down in the swim. We're having them out here. Sets of pads here, so I'm at the sort of top end of the lake. Paul's house is down there, as is the cabin, and I'm more inclined to swerve the fishing this evening and have a start tomorrow. just sitting there watching the fish in the swim there, just in amongst the lily pads and that, all very close in. And yeah, I've just fired out a couple of pouchfuls of particles, and yeah, the excitement is building, let me tell you. And here's my first bite. There's my float. Got a 12-foot float rod and a piece of corn just down there. I don't want to sound like a lazy angler. I was just asking Paul. I ain't got to strike that float until the ring reel screams. Like, I ain't float fish for a while. Before now, like, as soon as it's under your strike, you ain't got to do that. Goes under, Cardinal 55 clutch, screams, and you strike it.
The burnt barbie.
Well, it's Thursday morning now, and didn't put the rods out last night because the Pims got the better of all of us, and yeah, went to bed. So when I say Thursday morning, it's nearer lunchtime. I didn't get up till about 10 o'clock, and but you know what, boy, me and my wife both relaxed straight away coming here. Anyway, a few cups of tea, and then I'm going to get the rods out. Paul's coming down, and yeah, it's exciting, let me tell you, because we've seen some fish, as you would here. You know, stocking density is quite high for a lake. It's probably about, I think, about 1.5 acres maybe, not too sure. And you know, suitable for 2 anglers with rods here, there, and everywhere. So we're going to get the rods out with Paul, because I need a bit of help, and yeah, see what the day and the next couple of days holds. Right, buddy, you're familiar with the camera, aren't you? People are familiar with you watching this, yeah? So I've been here a few hours now, since yesterday.
Yeah, mate.
And what we'll do is, we'll edit this video so it looks like I've tied the rig, set the rods up, done everything, right? Yeah. In truth, we both know the truth.
Yeah, exactly that.
But
No one else does.
we never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Yeah, exactly
but,
that.
But yeah, I'll just say it in the video and we'll catch up with you later. But yeah, what a magnificent place you got here, Paul.
Thanks, Kev.
Yeah, and like me and Al, we were saying last night, as soon as I laid in bed, I was daydreaming and stuff. And then I know I'm relaxed, yeah? But yeah, so we'll get a bit more of a background of the lake and the place, Paul, later on in the video. But for now, it's about midday Thursday, approaching,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
And we're going to be getting the rods out. And that's where I've seen the fish moving, Paul, over there.
Yeah.
And over there last night. But you know the spots, so
Yeah.
again, you'll... I'll just make it look like I found them. Yeah,
I'll go around, put a little bit of bait on the spots, and you'll know where to cast.
yeah,
and,
cool.
we'll
So they're
go
all set
from
up, are they?
there. They're all set up, all ready to go.
Happy days. Right. Okay.
I'll
Which
go
one am I
round.
putting out first?
It's up to you. I mean, I'll work left to right as you're looking out,
Yeah.
and I'll put bait on the spots. Then it's just a matter of you putting rods on it, and
Yeah. Happy
we'll
days.
go
Go on,
from
do
there.
that then, and I'll pick the rods
We'll
up.
do.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I've got to look like at least I've done something. I think that's a wafter with a little lead to pull the hook in, and a little, what's that, like an ounce lead, I think. I ain't used an ounce lead for about 20 years.
They all got on really well.
Well, I did the night. It's now, was it Friday morning, and in the night I had a small common, about £9, a couple of tiny catfish, about a foot long, but very quiet up that end. I'm getting line bites here already because Paul suggested I move up the dam end, and yeah, it would appear the fish are bubbling and stuff up here. So as I pan round, we've had to use the boat because my casting's so crap. We're fishing that far margin there, and then one rod over in the corner. And I was saying to Paul, I think this lake might have been about the size of Redmire back in the day. Well, it's mid-afternoon Friday, and I think I said earlier I had that small common in the night, and nothing since, but the fish seem to be more up the other end, the dam end. So we've come up here, set up this morning. Not had any bites, but I've come round to the opposite bank margin and just caught a couple of fish there. You can see on video underneath these tree lines. I'm confident for tonight. I've got to be confident for tonight. And you know what? I'm making this water look like it's hard. And I'll tell you what, right now it's probably harder than a famous Reading-based water, because one of our mates has just had a fish out of there, so which is great news for Paul. So anyway, I'm going to get back. All very comfortable fishing, but right now I don't want to be camping. I need to be catching him. Those fish there, they were probably 25, 30 pound fish. I want to catch one. It's like an aquarium down there, and it's just a bit beyond where they're sort of more under the trees than I am, but there's about 5 fish that I can actually see. Well, it's Friday evening, we've just had dinner and I've been getting liners on that left hand rod, and the fish has rolled right over me bait over there. So my prediction is that's where I'm going to get my bite, and I need a bite.
Here we go, Kev's actually got a bite.
All kinds of markets and thousands of activities for all ages. So don't worry, Sue.
Not the rod I was expecting to go, Paul.
No, the middle rod's been going up and down, isn't it, like non-stop, which is very much the way with things. And then the left-hand rod rolls off.
On the network from 13th of June to 9th of September.
Got it? £24?
Yeah, £24.
Days. Well pleased with that. Shame we didn't get the other one in. The other one was a similar size. But that's fishing. Well, it's I think it's about 7:30 Friday evening, and yeah, 2 bites at once. Knew I was going to get a bite. The movement out there, Paul was saying the same, and then unfortunately didn't get the second one in. Paul saw it, a mid-20, a really pretty one apparently. But you know what? That's fishing. All said and done, I'm well pleased. Got them out there now, and yeah, got the best time to come. Those fish were just sitting out there in that heat, and then as soon as the sun goes down, boom, they started to feed. So hopefully get another opportunity.
So Kev's into number 3. It's all gone a bit mad this evening.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Bollocks. Fuck it.
Oh, well.
Oh, shit. Ah. Well, Saturday mid-morning, we've got gold on the radio. Beautiful day here. Probably actually the warmest, brightest day, although it's been lovely weather. It's not been too hot. Looks like it could be a scorcher today. Got a few hours left before we head to the airport, so we're just retackling one of the rods, and this is the rig I'm going to be putting on it. You're on it. Like your tenacity, Paul.
Yeah, well, you've got to get it right back
Been
out
my
here.
guide the last few days, haven't you?
Yeah,
Hey?
you've got to try.
We've got Brooksbank out here next week. Leroy in a few weeks, isn't it?
Yep. Camera lessons.
Camera lessons, yeah, for your SLR. I've just been talking to Paul about his plans and, you know, Paul running the church lake as he does back home. I'll leave him to tackle up there. Being the lazy person I am, coming to the sun. Yeah, he's got some plans for the lake. Paul's always got plans. So, yeah, full credit to him. That's why the church lake is what it is. You know, thanks to him and the members, as he quite rightly puts in place, that it's the members that, you know, make these waters, as well as, you know, Paul himself. But anyway, yeah, we're going to there's been some fish moving over here, so I've been hooking those fish. And do you know what? Starting, and let me just take this round. Starting to bloody hurt now, losing, especially that was one of the big ones I lost yesterday, apparently. And yeah, I'm just going to bloody grind. That is, well, as I said before, and I have to quote Lockie every time. Yeah, I know I've said it many a time. Martin, what fish in your head sticks out most as one you've lost? Martin's answer, all of them. Perfect answer. But anyway, get out for the next few hours and then, yeah, off to the airport.
Walked into the door. I turned around when I heard the sound of footsteps on the floor. Love just like addiction. Now I'm hooked on you. I need some time to get it right. Your love's gonna see me through. Can't stop now, don't you know? I never gonna let you go. Don't go. Oh baby, make your mind up. Give me what you got. Fix me with your loving, shut the door and turn it off. Hey, go get a doctor, doctor came too late. Another night I feel alright, my love for you can't wait. Can't stop now, don't you know? I never gonna let you go, don't go. City, walked into the door. I turned around when I heard the sound of footsteps on the floor. Said he was a killer, now I know it's true. I'm dead when you walk out the door. Hey babe, I'm hooked on you. Can't stop now, don't you know? I never gonna let you go, don't go. Can't stop now, don't you know? I never gonna let you go, don't go. Can't stop now, don't you know? I never gonna let you go, don't go. Can't stop now, don't you know? I never gonna let you go, don't go. Can't stop now, don't you know? I never gonna let you go, don't go. Can't stop now, don't you know? I never gonna let you go, don't go. Can't stop now, don't you know? I never gonna let you go, don't go. Can't stop now, don't you know? I never gonna let you go,
Get in there. You know what? I was thinking, don't let the hook pull out of this one.
You and me both, mate.
Yeah,
Nice to see this one though, mate.
yeah, not been out for a couple of years, you were saying?
Yeah, a couple of
Yeah.
Brooksy was the last person to catch it.
Who was?
Brooksy, yeah, a
Brooksy,
couple of years
wasn't it?
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, happy days. Yeah,
Brilliant.
well chuffed with that. Superb. Yeah. £31 two-tone. I know people watching this are probably thinking we're on a water about acre and a half and we're boating out our baits. If I was a good angler, I'd be able to cast it under them trees.
So here we go again. Last knockings, Kev's into another one.
We're approaching midday Saturday. That is a real pisser. I was saying to Paul, we're using nylon here. I think £20 nylon, I think, or £15 nylon. And I think with the pads and that, like in my previous fishing, I think we'd be better off with braid. I think it'd be, you know, give you a much better chance. All that did, that line just touched that bloody pad and boom, parted. So yeah, real frustrating. And not least of all, I said to Paul, you know, when we lose fish, it's one thing losing fish, you're also realising you're leaving tackle in them, you're leaving a hook in them and stuff, you know. So yeah, right pisser that was. Just having a parting lunch here, but he's brought out a snack here. There's one thing you won't ever do here, is go hungry. Food is amazing, unbelievable. All homemade.
Kev's got a reprieve, we hope. Is that spool?
Oh, fuck.
That is what you call a last minute reprieve. He's literally got like 15 minutes till reeling his rods in. So on that note, I'm going to go and get his other rods in so he don't have no aggravation with the others.
Young teacher, the subject of schoolgirl fantasy. She wants him so badly, knows what she wants to be. Inside her, there's longing. This girl's an open page, bookmarking. She's so close now. This girl is half his age. Don't stand so close to me. Don't stand so close to me. Her friends are so jealous. You know how bad girls get. Sometimes it's not so easy to be the teacher's pet. Temptation, frustration, so bad it makes him cry. Wet bus stop, she's waiting. His car is warm and dry. Don't stand so close to me. Don't stand so close to me. Loose talk is the classroom. To hurt they try and try. Strong words in the staff room. The accusations fly. It's no use. He sees her. He starts to shake and cough. Just like the old man in that book by Nabokov. Don't stand.
Happy days.
That was epic, wasn't it?
Wasn't it just, mate?
Yeah, great team effort there.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah, so glad I had that boat. And even on a 1.5 acre lake, Ellis needs a boat.
Yeah, I think we all did. Thank God for that. Well done, mate.
Yeah, great stuff. Well done. Well, it's Sunday, 24th July, and we got back from Bee's and Paul's yesterday, Alison and I, yesterday afternoon. And just like Cassien, it reminds you how easy it is flying to, I was going to say flying to these venues. But you know what? I just reflected with one of the lads what a contrasting trip yesterday was with Cassien. And that's the nice thing about our hobby. There's so many different types of water out there, and you know, fortunately, I'm managing to fish most types, from the, you know, the big public waters to the small, mainly the, you know, the private lakes that I've been fishing, as you all know. But it's all been great fun. And Paul and Bee, thanks for a cracking time. and it sort of reconfirmed to me that my wife is never going to be an angler, that's for sure. Yeah, she just don't get it. Yeah, as I say, it was a fabulous few days, guys, and thanks very much. And I'm certainly on a diet now. Crikey, B, you can cook. And yeah, there was lots of it. So yeah, thanks again. Really, fantastic 3 days. It was just the break I needed. I hadn't had a holiday for about 3 weeks, so I needed to get away. So what we've got on this tape so far is the Cassien trip and the trip to Pawn Bees. What we're doing now is that will probably evolve into what will be my labyrinth trip next Sunday. This came out of the blue just a couple of weeks ago. So next Sunday I'm off to Labyrinth with Clayton, who you guys all know from the Rainbow trips. We've met him before, and Nick. My first trip I did to Rainbow in 2012, and so glad I met those guys and their buddies too. So that will be its own video. What am I talking about? No, it won't be its own video. What I mean is it will follow on almost certainly from Paul's Lake. So that's a wrap for now, and I'll kickstart this video again during the course of next week as I start to get ready for Labyrinth.